Hello friends. So how is life after the past tense and the present tense, present continuous, past continuous, and past continuous we are going to take up today. Yes. So today we have the past continuous tense or the past progressive tense. Okay. Now as usual, what are we going to do first? Our first step is form. The form of the tense. Form is to be plus present participle. Present participle. Present participle is, ing form. Eating, drinking, dancing, singing, loving, talking, walking, isn't it? That is very easy. Present participle. Now to be, you have to, this is past. Therefore, you have to use the past forms of to be. That is, was or were plus present participle. So that means either it can be was eating. We always take eating because eating is the most interesting thing now. Yes. So was eating or were eating. This is our example now. We take this as an example. Okay, was eating or were eating. Now, what is the next? Next point is distribution. How are we going to distribute? How many places are there for us in English? Only 8 places, isn't it? We have seen that first person singular, second person singular, third person singular masculine, third person singular feminine, third person singular neuter, first person plural, second person plural, and third person plural. And we know they stands for all the created things in this world. And then I, speaking person, you, listening person, he, she, it, that is about whom you are talking, and we, 2 or more speaking persons, you, 2 or more speaking persons. You know the names, I think, no? First person singular, second person singular, third person singular masculine, third person singular feminine, third person singular neuter, first person plural, second person plural, and third person plural. And instead of he, we can have boy, then man, isn't it? Man, king, then what else? We can have a woman, not woman, man, a boy, then you can have a father, grandfather, and so on. Here we can have mother, grandmother, a girl, and a woman, queen, isn't it? It, cat, etc. Okay. Here we have got we, you, and they means anybody, people. Yeah, then you have got what's called boys, girls, women, and men, and king and queen and king, grandfather and grandmother. So any of this, in plural it has to be. So here the distribution comes. Distribution is, you can see, was eating here. I was eating. And he was eating. She was eating. It was eating. And all the other places, you were eating. We were eating. You were eating. They were eating. So, was eating only 2 places. One first person singular and the third person singular. All the other places you have what? You have got a where. Okay? Yes. So when you say was and where, see, look at, don't say was where, but the was where. You remember when we studied pronunciation, we said, no, we said we and water, right? Watch, walk. We don't say walk, water, no, we don't say war. See, like that. Was and where. Okay, that's all. Now, negative. That is negative. Negative, you can see very easy, right? Because it is already a verb phrase. There are two members, was and the participle. So you can insert negative immediately after the first word, that is not. Was not, were not, was not, was not, was not, were, were not, sorry, were not, and were not. That is negative. Now short form is very easy. Wasn't, weren't. Yes. Short form will be was, int, and then were, int. Wasn't and then were. And now the next point is, what is the next point when you study any tense? First is form, second is distribution, third is negative, and fourth is negative, and also the short form of the negative or contracted form. That is the negative, and fourth is, what is the fourth? It's the yes or no question. Simple. Since it is a verb phrase, first word you have to move. That's all. See, he was eating a banana. See that? So this is the verb phrase. Take the first word and bring it here. Then it will be was he eating. That's all. Suppose they were eating. Where are they eating? So where are they eating? You were eating. Where are you eating? You were playing. Where are you playing? She was playing. Was she playing? It was playing. Cat sometimes playing. So you say it was playing. Now was it playing? That's all. Simple. Okay. And then next is of course the WH question. WH or question word question we say, or X question we say. WH question, X question, and what is that? You put the appropriate question word. So for example, he was living there. He was living there. So instead of there you use the question word where, place. And what does you have to do? First you make it a yes or no question. That will be was he living? Where? See? And question word has to be brought to the beginning of the sentence, no? Starting point. So you are bringing where was he living? That's all. Where was he living? Suppose you get a question like this, can we make it a statement? Sure. If we can make a statement, question can be made a statement also. No? Because this is important when we come to passive and indirect speech. That's why I am asking you to focus on that point also. Okay. So how was he doing it? Question mark. How was he doing it? So what will be the statement form? The statement form will be, first what will you do? You will change it to an yes or no question. That is for the time being. And when you advance, there is no problem. So the yes or no question will be this, was he doing it? Then change that into statement, then it will be he was doing it. And question word here, how? So instead of how, you write well. How? Manner, well. So he was doing it well. So the question, how was he doing it? Statement is he was doing it well. It is from this statement that you get this question. Understand? You want some more examples? Okay. Then we'll see. See, he was crying. He was crying. He was crying for a kite. He was crying for a kite. Okay. So what will you do first? First, yes or no? Change this. Was he crying for a kite? For a kite is reason. So that why? Bring it here at the beginning. Why was he crying? Question mark. Why was he crying? The statement is this: he was crying for a kite. Understand? Yes. So that is easy now. So the five, first you have a form, second distribution, third negative, fourth yes or no, and fifth you have got a, what is the fifth question? Remember? What is the fifth point? Fifth point is WS, isn't it? And the sixth and the time being the last point is uses. Uses of this tense. The symbol no. Time. This tense. What is the basic meaning of this tense? The basic meaning of this tense is ongoing action in the past. For example, it was raining. It was raining yesterday. Ongoing action in the past, isn't it? They were playing football. They were playing chess. Chess last week. They were playing chess last week. He was praying. He was praying throughout the day. Throughout the day. That means prior to speaking, time prior to speaking. So throughout the day, he was praying. Boys were shouting all night. All night. Boys were shouting all night. But they could not sleep. That's the reason. Girls were studying last month. Throughout the last month, they were studying for an exam. So that is ongoing action in the past. Or you must remember that in the past. If it is present, it is present progressive. Okay. Is that clear? Yes? Very good. And now there is another simultaneous. You can also say two ongoing actions. You can say two ongoing actions in the past. See, for example, Tom was studying. And I was mobiling. Mobiling means using the mobile. So Tom was studying and I was mobiling. Two actions, simultaneous action. All. And you can say the girls were playing and we were crying. Why? You don't know. So that is simultaneous, two actions. Understand? Or three actions. That depends. So that is how we can see. And a third use of this tense is very common and most important for us. That is, so I'll tell you. And you use while and when for that kind of usage. See, means time, during the time, that's the meaning. While, for example, while we were praying, mother cooked food. Because after prayer, you become very hungry. So here what happens is, mother cooked food. Now this is the background. It's the background action. Background. Understand? That is the background action. Background action. So in the past, while we were praying. That's true. So what mother did? She cooked the food for us. Otherwise, after prayer we will rush to her food. Then she will have nothing to give. So this is, or you can say, when we arrived, they were when we arrived, they were playing in the garden. So that is parents, father and mother, they were away. When we arrived, they means children. They were playing in the garden. So arriving is a fact. Then the background action, when we arrived, what we saw. The standard example for this is, see, while we were, while he, symbol, while means while he was crossing the road, a car knocked him down. So this is the standard example for this. While he was crossing, I am crossing like this. A car came and hit him. Listen. In the diagram we can show like this. See, this is the road crossing. Suddenly there is an action takes place. So this is the background action. And this is for the crossing the road is the background. And then suddenly something happens. Understand? That is the classic use of this sentence. Sorry, this tense. To background action, to describe a background action of another action in the past. See? And you use time expressions like when and the while. While means during. See that? While it was raining, while it was raining, we played on the ground. While it was raining. It was raining, that is the background. See that? We enjoyed the rain. Okay. While it was raining, we enjoyed it. You say like that. So the background action is while they were, while let's say Arjun was studying. So this is the background action, continuous action in the past. While Arjun was studying, his brother, younger brother, disturbed him. disturb him. You know, it happens very often. You are the elder brother, you are very seriously studying, and your younger brother will come and pull all those things down. That's the thing. While Arjun was studying, his brother disturbed him. Classic example. But this is the Arjun studying is this. This is Arjun studying. Then at a particular moment, his brother comes and disturbs him. Understand? This is very important use of this. So also said when they left, we were sleeping. It happens sometimes, no? Or sometimes it happens that all the members of the house sleeping. When the guests, they might have come, they had to go early, so they leave. In that case, when they left, they have gone. We were sleeping. Understand? You got the point. So we were sleeping is the background, and they left. See? So when we say when and while, there is a slight difference. What is that? While you use with the background action, but when you use with that point, a single action. Understand? When they left, we were sleeping. While Arjun was studying, his brother disturbed him. Do you understand that? While always goes with the background action. See that? Then when goes with the single action in the past. See? That's the difference. Yes. Or sometimes we can use the other way around also. No? When they were praying, I slept. You can also say like that. When they were praying, I slept. So that they were praying and they. Or you can say, while they were talking, I meditated. They are all talking. Then I sat here and I meditated. When he was talking, when they were talking, I meditated. Okay, I can say like that. There's nothing wrong with that. But preferably, while goes with the background action, and when goes with the single action. When you advance further, I tell you, there are two clauses here, two sentences. Understand that? These things I'll tell you later, not now. When we come to the higher secondary level, this is the secondary level. So there you are. So when you can also write like this. When you can also say when they were eating. I washed my feet. When they were eating, I washed my. They were not eating, but I was just washing my feet. Or when I washed my feet, they were eating. So you can say whichever is better for you, you can select. So, but on the other hand, you say while they were eating, I washed my feet. While they were eating, I washed my feet. Yes. So this is the third use of this tense. First use I told you. What is the first use? Ongoing action in the past. One. Ongoing action in the past. It was raining yesterday. It was raining yesterday. Or last week it was last week it was snowing. The ongoing action. Then two actions it can be. Simultaneously you can say he was talking and I was praying. Simultaneously. Third is background action. Past continues as a background. Background to another action. To another action. For which he used while and when. While or when as a time expression. While means during that period. When means the time. When I came. That's it. At that point. Isn't it? Yes. So here again examples. While it was raining, the farmer while it was raining, the farmer went out. Why did he go out? Maybe he had to make some adjustments in the field so that to conserve water. While it was raining, the farmer went out. Okay. So then when the teacher arrived, we were talking. It happens, the bell goes, then still the students will go on talking. So when the teacher arrived, continued to speak. And then what did the teacher say? Hello, my dear friends, stop talking. Please stop talking. Isn't it? Then you will keep silent. So that is it. Understand? Then there is one more, as you can say, to indicate a point in time in the past. So that is another use of this tense. Understand? To indicate a point of time in the past. You can say almost similar, but a slight difference is there. Yes. See, a point of time in the past. Fourth one is to indicate a point of time in the past. For example, you can say he was watching TV at 8 o'clock yesterday. A point of time. Or he was listening to music at 9 o'clock. Yesterday is understood. So at 9 o'clock, that's a point of time. A point of time. We don't say he was listening music yesterday. Then there is no point of time. But when we say he was listening to music at 9 o'clock, yesterday is understood. Otherwise, you cannot use this tense. Understand? Yes. Or you can say all night she was having a disturbed sleep. All night. She was, what was she doing throughout the day? Turning and tossing, you can say. Disturbed. Turning and tossing all night. So that is time. That particular time of the day, night, all night. We don't say all the nights. We say all the day, we say, but not say, all night. Don't say all the night. Understand? Yes. He was turning and tossing all night. See? It means she was having a disturbed sleep. That's it. Understand that? Studying, yes. Also you can say time, see like the teacher was studying in the library from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. So that time, from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. So to indicate a point in time, in the past. So you have four ways of using this, almost with the same meaning. Basic meaning is the same, that is ongoing action in the past. It can be, it was raining yesterday, it was shining yesterday, they were climbing the hill yesterday, boys were shouting yesterday, or two actions simultaneously. See, you can say he was eating and I was reading. He was eating and I was reading. So both actions. Understand? Another is background action. This I told you is the most important thing. Background action. That is, remember this example, this is the best one. He was crossing the road. When he was crossing the road, or while he was crossing the road, a bus knocked him down. See? So while he was crossing, that is background. Then crossing down. Understand? Or you can say, while Caesar was talking, senators stabbed him. Remember the story, Julius Caesar. Caesar was talking, maybe or senators are coming and what can you do? Then Brutus came and stabbed him from behind. Yes. While Caesar was talking to the senators, one of them stabbed him. So good. The action is, the background action is talking. And one man came and yes. Or you can say, while we were playing, Tom pushed me out. Playing is the background act. Tom came and just pushed me out. Understand? Or you can say, while we were sitting in the garden, a snake, we saw, while we were sitting in the garden, a snake appeared from nowhere. Yes. So a snake appeared while we were sitting in the garden. So that's the background action. Understand that? See, while we were playing in the rain, what happened? Lightning struck a tree. Yes. When we were playing in the rain, so then you heard this lightning. So that is background action to another past action. A background action. This is the classic use of this term, this tense. All the other uses are there. Or you can also say indicate the time in past. Yesterday I was reading, or you can say I was reading from 10 p.m. to 12 p.m. I was reading from 12, understand? From 10 to 12, there is a time. See, I was trying to get up at 8 in the morning, but I could not. Some days it happens, no? You are very tired, so you are sleeping like that. You want to get up like that, 2, 3 times, but you cannot. See, it can happen like that. Okay, is that clear to you? Yes. So then you have got what is called the past continuous. Very important tense for us as far as students of English are concerned. Understand? So it has got 4 uses, but of these I would say the classic, see that the most important use of this tense is, I have agreed, we have already said that ongoing action in the past, but when you have 2 actions, one is the background, that's the classic use of this tense. Understand? While I was dancing, he threw a chalk at me. I was dancing like this, and he threw a chalk at me. Dancing is the background action, and throwing the chalk is the action in the past. Clear? Anyway, while I was talking to you, he stood up. While I was talking to you, Vasu stood up. See, my talking is the background. The single action in the past is Vasu. That is yesterday, not today. Understand that? Is that clear to you? Okay? So any doubt? Anybody has any doubt? If you have any doubt, then you can ask me. Of course, I will be always. I am free. No? You can come to me anytime. So past continuous tense. 6 points for any tense. One is the form, second is distribution, third is the negative, fourth is yes or no question, fifth is WH question, sixth is the use of the tense. Here, the use is, most important use of the tense is background action. You can say, this tense can be used for any ongoing action, any time in the past. Is that clear to you? So now confusion. Don't worry about indicating time and things like that. Leave it. Otherwise, any action, any ongoing action in the past, we can express by using this tense. Okay, is that clear? Yes, very